did Europe's bizarre morale boosters work during the Great Depression? Imagine a time when leaders told people to accept hardship as a moral test and believed that suffering could somehow make society stronger. During the Great Depression, some European governments and thinkers thought that austerity and moral discipline could fix the economy. They believed that cutting wages, reducing government spending, and sticking to the gold standard would restore prosperity. These ideas were not just about economics but about moral virtue, urging people to live more frugally and accept suffering as a form of purification. But did these strange ideas actually help? Not really. Many countries clung to the gold standard, which meant they kept their currencies tied to gold. This made it hard to adjust their money supply and often worsened deflation. Governments believed that by sticking to these principles, they were maintaining moral integrity and stability. However, this led to falling prices, rising unemployment, and deepening economic pain. Wages were cut, but because wages were rigid, real wages increased, making it even harder for people to find jobs. Many governments tried to balance their budgets by raising tariffs and cutting spending. These policies made things worse, shrinking trade and increasing social unrest. The moral framing of the crisis did little to boost confidence or encourage economic activity. Instead, it created political instability and helped fuel the rise of extremist movements in countries like Germany and Italy. In Eastern Europe, the economic situation was even more fragile, with weaker institutions and more political turmoil. Their attempts to stabilize currencies and return to the gold standard had mixed results, but overall, the hardship was intense. What we see from history is that moralizing the crisis and sticking to austerity without supporting economic stimulus simply did not work. The real turning point came when countries started to abandon the gold standard and governments began to intervene more actively. Later, the post-World War II Marshall Plan focused on rebuilding economies through aid and investment, not moral lessons. So, to answer the question directly, Europe's bizarre morale boosters during the Great Depression did not succeed. They often made things worse by prolonging suffering and social unrest. Practical economic policies that supported growth and recovery proved to be more effective than moral sermons and austerity.